Good morning, Central Arizona, and welcome to your Monday, October 13th, Columbus Day edition of Central Arizona News. Brought to you by Lowry's Window and Door, serving happy, satisfied customers here for over 30 years. For Tonto-TV.com and KRIM Radio, I'm Randy Roberson. Our news this morning, and there's a lot of it, is dominated by the flooding and the heartbreaking toll it's taking as emergency crews work around the clock to manage the devastation. Our top story today, tense moments overnight in Gila County as flash flood concerns forced emergency officials to issue evacuation advisories for part of the Globe Miami area for a second time in as many weeks. It began just before 7:30 last night when the Gila County Sheriff's Office placed several communities under a set advisory in the state's Ready, Set, Go model. That included Little Acres, the Little Acres Mobile Home Park, Miami Gardens, residences along Russell Road near Russell Gulch, and wheat fields. Residents were told to prepare go kits, consider relocating with family or friends, and stay tuned for potential emergency orders as a strong storm system threatened the region. And then just 30 minutes later, at 8 p.m., conditions worsened. The Sheriff's Office raised the warning level to go for Little Acres Mobile Home Park and Miami Gardens. That meant immediate evacuations. Officials stressed the danger was imminent and life-threatening, urging residents to head for shelters or safe ground, warning that first responders may not be able to assist anyone who chose to stay behind. Well, then by 10:15 last night, the all-clear was partially given. The go order was lifted, but Little Acres Mobile Home Park and Miami Gardens were kept in set mode as a precaution, with residents told to remain alert through the night in case conditions deteriorated yet again. Now, it's important to note that for the latest advisories, residents can sign up for Gila County emergency alerts at gilacountyaz.gov/alerts. And of course, as always, in any emergency, call 911. Well, in other related news, also in Gila County, flood damage has forced the shutdown of a critical bridge on the San Carlos Apache Reservation, while residents brace for even more heavy rain. The San Carlos Bridge on Highway 170 is now closed until further notice after floodwaters compromised one of its support pillars. The Tribal Emergency Response Commission confirms the damage, saying the bridge is unsafe. That crossing connects Gilson Wash and 7 Mile between BIA Route 6 and Yavapai Road. Drivers are urged to take alternate routes. On the north side, you can use Route 6 at Sam's Crossing. On the south side, use Highway 70. At the same time, officials have declared an emergency on the San Carlos Apache Reservation. Forecasters warn of up to 2.5 inches of additional rainfall this evening, raising the risk of more flash flooding. Residents of 7 Mile, Gilson Wash, Peridot, and San Carlos are urged to stay home if possible and avoid all traffic near waterways. Anyone close to washes or the San Carlos River should seek higher ground immediately. The Emergency Response Commission has been authorized to deploy heavy equipment and is coordinating closely with law enforcement and emergency services. Officials urge everyone in the area to stay safe, stay informed, and protect your community. And in still more related news, with floodwaters straining communities across Gila County, questions have been raised about the safety of mining facilities in the Globe Miami area. Overnight, BHP released a statement to address those concerns. BHP confirms that the Solitude tailings facility is stable and continues to operate as designed. The company says there is no risk of overtopping, even as heavy rainfall has pushed nearby water systems to their limits. According to the release, Blue Lake, located at the top of the facility, has now reached capacity. Water is being discharged into Russell Gulch through the lake's built-in spillway, a process that BHP says is functioning as intended. The company stressed it is in constant communication with emergency authorities, monitoring conditions as rain impacts the region. Officials also remind the public that the site remains closed and that community safety and environmental protection are their top priorities. EHP says residents should continue following updates from local emergency services as this storm system moves through. But Gila County isn't the only place where flooding response and rescues were taking place this weekend. A search is underway in the West Valley after a man was reportedly swept away while trying to cross floodwaters early Sunday morning. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office said deputies responded around 3:30 a.m. near 214th Avenue and Narramore Road in Goodyear. A truck believed to belong to the missing man, identified in some reports as Vincent Upton, was found carried downstream by floodwaters. As of early this morning, the man has not been located. Authorities say the search is continuing, but no further details were immediately available. And over in Camp Verde, 2 young hikers are safe this morning after being stranded overnight during a flash flood in West Clear Creek. The Yavapai County Sheriff's Office says 2 19-year-old women were reported overdue late Friday after failing to return from an overnight trip. The pair had set out Thursday, but by Friday afternoon, one of them managed to send a text message saying they had been caught in a flash flood and were forced to climb to higher ground with little water. Shortly after that, communications were lost. Deputies confirmed their car was still parked at the trailhead. Search and rescue teams were mobilized, but heavy weather initially grounded the DPS Ranger helicopter. Crews prepared to launch a ground search at first light. At 9 a.m. Saturday, contact was reestablished through emergency text messaging. The hikers were cold, wet, but otherwise unharmed. An hour later, improved conditions allowed the DPS Ranger to take flight. The crew quickly spotted the pair and airlifted them back to safety. Officials credit the cooperation between volunteer search and rescue teams, deputies, and the DPS aircrew with bringing the search to a successful conclusion. As more rain moves through the region, though, the Sheriff's Office reminds everyone to stay alert and recognize the very real dangers of flash flooding while hiking Arizona's backcountry. And finally, the Department of Public Safety is sending out a powerful reminder this morning, and they're backing it up with video from past water rescues. Turn around, don't drown. That's the message from Arizona DPS Rangers who've had to pull drivers from floodwaters in dramatic rescues just like these. Officials stress you should never drive into a flooded roadway. If you see barricades, don't go around them. If you encounter standing water, stop and turn back if you can do so safely. Remember, it only takes 1 to 2 feet of water to sweep away most vehicles, cars, trucks, and even SUVs. Arizona DPS says if you can't turn around and find yourself trapped, stay put and call 911. Rescue crews are ready to respond, but they're urging everyone to do their part to avoid putting both yourself and first responders in harm's way. As these storms continue, DPS wants this video to be a reminder: one bad decision at a flooded crossing can quickly turn life-threatening. Well, still ahead, these storms aren't done yet. We'll break down where the flood threat continues today and when cooler, drier air is finally on the way. Your full forecast right after the break.
I'm Garrett Goldman, and this year my wife and I decided to remodel our home. The home was built as a period-specific home modeled after an 1800s farmhouse and had single-pane windows which were very inefficient. When we started the planning process, we interviewed several window companies to retrofit the existing windows in our house, and we chose Lowry's Window and Door as our contractor. The reason we picked Lowry's is their customer service. The owner of the company, Bobby Lowry, came out to our house multiple times to identify a window that would fit within the existing windows, and then also a method that would allow us to keep all of the existing woodwork in the house and not have to redo any of it. Looking at all of the options for windows, we chose Pella double pane windows for our house because of their look and also their ability to be retrofitted into the existing window frames. Since completion of the project, we absolutely love our new dual pane Pella windows. I would recommend Lowry's for anybody looking to retrofit your existing windows or a new build because of their experience, craftsmanship, and exceptional customer service.
Are you ready to elevate your business to new heights? Advertise with Tonto-TV, the premier online news source for Central Arizona. In today's fast-paced digital world, everyone has a smartphone in their pocket. Over 85% of Americans access news online daily. This means your potential customers are just a click away from discovering your brand. Unlike traditional newspapers, radio, or broadcast TV, Tonto-TV offers a dynamic platform where your ads can reach a highly engaged audience in real time. With our unbiased reporting, we focus solely on delivering the news without political agendas, ensuring your message resonates with viewers who trust us for accurate information. Statistics show that online news consumption has skyrocketed, with 70% of people preferring digital sources over print. By advertising on Tonto-TV, you tap into this growing audience, positioning your business as a trusted source in the community. Don't miss out on this opportunity to connect with thousands of local consumers who are eager to support businesses like yours. Join us at Tonto-TV and watch your brand thrive right here in the heart of Arizona. Welcome back. We begin this Monday morning with another round of storms and another flood watch in effect for much of Arizona. So let's take a closer look at what's ahead for Central Arizona. The National Weather Service says a flood watch remains in effect and has been extended through this evening as scattered showers and thunderstorms continue across the valley and higher terrain north and east of Phoenix. While today's storms may not be as widespread or intense as over the weekend, soils are saturated and it won't take much additional rain to trigger flooding. Expect the best chances for heavy rainfall and flooding over the higher terrain north and east of Phoenix, with lingering storms possible into the afternoon. By late tonight, drier air will begin moving in, bringing rain chances down significantly. As the storm system pulls away, winds will increase across western and southern Arizona, with gusty conditions likely through Tuesday. Highs will remain below normal all week. You can expect cooler afternoons, with Phoenix and the lower deserts running several degrees below average. In northern Arizona, up in Flagstaff in the high country, unsettled weather continues today with another round of showers and storms lasting into Tuesday morning. Some stronger storms could produce hail, strong winds, and even a low-end tornado threat. A wind advisory is also in effect north and west of Flagstaff, with gusts up to 45 miles per hour expected. Well, once this system clears out, a much drier and cooler pattern sets up. By midweek, overnight lows across higher elevations will drop into the upper 20s, with daytime highs running 5 to 10 degrees below normal. The dry, cool weather is expected to continue into next weekend. So for today, flooding is still a big concern in south central Arizona, with wind and cooler temperatures taking over as we head into midweek. Well, meanwhile, daytime highs here in central Arizona today should look like this. Payson's looking for a high of 67 degrees today with a 90% chance for more showers. Forecast high in Prescott is 66 degrees. They have an 80% chance for showers. In Sedona, 70 is their expected high, another 80% chance for showers. Down in Globe, they're only going to get up to 74 for a high today with a 90% chance for showers. And here in normally toasty Tonto Basin, 78 will be our high today, and we too have a 90% chance for more showers as we go through the day. Sunrise this morning was at 6:28. It will set this evening at 5:52. And that's your Central Arizona news for this Columbus Day Monday, brought to you by Lowry's Window and Door. For Tonto-TV.com and KRIM Radio, I'm Randy Roberson. Make it a great day.